Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here. This is a divine spread, which usually goes for about a week. So it's usually from the weekend to the next weekend. You can also, I suppose, see this as a timeless spread. Whenever you get the message, that's when it will be important for you. So the divine spread is the spread that I've formulated and I've been doing for quite some time. It's quite a popular spread, and I think once a week is ample enough to receive the message that is important for you. Now remember that the divine spread goes fairly deep. What did I want to tell you? Okay, we're coming to the end of March. We've got a new moon in April, on the 1st of April, happening in Aries. I'd like to wish you a happy birthday if you are celebrating. Those of you that have not received your message after commenting yes please beneath the Twin Flame Soulmate reading, you will get your message. We will get back to all of you. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Those of you on Patreon, Agape, hello. Eros was just here. And he wanted to sit on my seat, so he left. He was very unhappy that I needed the seat. I know you're not hungry now. You just want some attention, do you? Or you're bringing love to today's reading. Okay, the divine spread could be in anything. Could be love, could be family, could be work, anything at all. So we've got the moon. And the moon we know is Selene, which does speak to new moons, full moons. Agape, you cannot play with my crystals, darling. Okay, they break if you throw them down. Did you say hello to your fans? Did you say hello to all your fans? People who love you and think you're gorgeous? Good girl. Sit down next to mummy. So the moon, Pisces, Cancer, it could be relating, I suppose, to the new moon just around the corner. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, dear Spirit. So we've got a King of Cups who also showed up in the royal offer. My last messenger is here. King of Cups is at the foundation. So it could be any water sign. Usually it's Scorpio. But we've also got Cancer and Pisces here. There's still a lot going on in Pisces, my dear friends. Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury still there. Please note that Venus is practically on Saturn now and on Juno. So it's got a lot to do with commitments. This is either an ending of a commitment or the beginning cycle, I'm going to say. Okay, and if this is a cycle that's beginning for you, it could speak to something long-term potentially, where contracts, commitments, marriage is concerned. So thank you, dear Spirit, for your guidance. Okay, the seed that's been planted here does speak to matters of love. King of Cups is an offer. It's an offer of creativity, romance. Remember, he's a king, so he's and I'm not reading reversals, so he could be emotionally or balanced or at an imbalance coming from the past. So dear Spirit, Archangels, Archangel Michael, thank you for your guidance. The moon does speak to fears. It's also very much about the subconscious. How I see the moon is usually a very deep connection. When we look at the synastry of two people, so where their planets are placed and how they interact, the moon is a very significant celestial body that we look at, because it does speak to our subconscious and depth, and the moon does rule the home. So possible familiar, possible family connection, or potential family marriage connection, right? I could also speak to many times relationships that come from the past connections, maybe also spiritual connections. I mean, what I'm wanting to say is past connections, which can be soulmates, twin flames, right? So someone who comes through as very familiar to you, as though you've known them before, and you've probably known them from a past incarnation. Let's see what's hidden, because the moon will show us. Remember, the moon is an illuminary. Once it takes the light from the sun, it does illuminate anything that's been hidden. And it can speak to fears. We see this monster here, right, fearing the worst. What can I say? And oh my goodness, just looking at the water here, it reminds me of my dream that I saw last night. So it's funny, because the tide of the ocean was going down, and it's a weird, dreams always come up as very weird, don't they? And what it left, so at the bottom of the seabed, what was there, which as the tide went out, right, just like the way the moon fluctuates, draws the ocean in and then out, right, just like our emotions, what it revealed to me that was sitting on the seabed was bits and pieces of aloe vera, which I took and I was rubbing on my face. So it's weird. I mean, some dreams are just so unbelievably interesting in the way that they come through, and I suppose we need to pay attention to our intuition, what it tells us for our own self. So but it did show the tide going out. So that's like, think of the moon as we breathe in, right? We breathe in and hold our breath. That's the tide coming in. And then when we breathe out, it's like letting go of the pressure, exhaling as the water goes out. And then finding, probably I would say, some sort of gems that are at the bottom of the sea, something that could speak to healing. I mean, aloe vera is good for burns, I know. I'd love to hear your comments on your knowledge on aloe vera. But I know it's good for burns. I know it's good for youth, using it on your face or any part of your body. It's also, remember, as a plant, it's very prickly, so it is a type of cactus, right, which can be, it can pinch you, it can hurt you. So anyway, and exhaling is like a sense of relief, letting go of something. So emotional fluctuations, I would say. What's hidden? So we've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, so we've got Aries, Virgo, and we've got the Knight of Cups here. So we've got two Knights, my dear friends. Knights are all about action. The Knight of Pentacles, very slow, strategic, but very long term. The Knight of Cups is it's the Scorpio energy, but in the Connolly Tarot, which I absolutely love, I've been using it for years, since the beginning. The Knight of Cups in this deck there's a lot of red in it, so it reminds me of the Knight of Wands. So could be Sagittarius energy, could be Scorpio, someone that you're dealing with that looks like in the past. And I don't know, we'll take more cards, but Knight of Cups is usually very sacrificing, but I feel that more than likely, because we've got a Knight of Cups here, it's like this person having taken a step back, where in the past they showed their ability to create or to offer something that was quite amazing, very romantic, very loving, very compassionate. And this could also say that an offer from this King of Cups, who was maybe stunted or scared to offer this cup, offer their heart. Remember, the Page of Wands is someone that's ready to take a leap of faith, go on that adventure. But it also does speak to a lot of movement, right? We've got a Page and 2 Knights. We know the Knight of Pentacles, someone very calculative, very much about doing the math, right? Virgo, trying to read between the lines or needing to perfect something before they can come through with that offer. And some of you could be dealing with two different offers. One that is a more stable. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles holds that Ace of Pentacles, which is something long term. So there's a double energies here of offers. One is long lasting, the other one is more romantic with the Knight of Cups. We know the Knight of Cups is not 100% certain, but it could also say, I mean, the Knight of Cups, and we do see the energies quickening here. We could see the horse. You could see he's actually speeding in, whereas usually the Knight of Cups is trotting in. So Sagittarius is very strong in that for me. And we've got some fire energy here. And this is a messenger as well, remember, the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, someone who's quite prosperous, quite fiery. It could be the Aries energy that's around the corner. Let's look at the recent past. Eight of Pentacles, someone putting a lot of thought. Stop, maybe at work. This is someone who, whilst working, they're thinking very much about their future, looking towards the future. Even though he's looking towards the past, he's looking out into the distance. So just very someone who's reminiscing maybe about the past. Someone who is usually very much about, working their craft here, but this person has stopped. And Eight of Pentacles, of course, is someone that's very hardworking. Again, it's the Virgo energy. Someone who is of service. Virgo is also pertaining to purity. Now, Eight of Pentacles, this could be something situated around work, or maybe also a connection through work. But this could be someone that's ready to take that next step, to do work, to be of service. Let's see what's going on in the now. Five of Pentacles. So there's a lot pertaining to money matters here as well. Five of Pentacles is, a lack of happiness, a lack of security, unknown matters. We could see she's blindfolded. She's like, I don't know, I get that she's in between two worlds. She's sort of stopped at that Five of Pentacles, sort of waiting on clarity, because she's been feeling a sense of lack and an imbalance where there's been no equal giving and receiving. The Five of Pentacles many times shows great differences between one person and another. Could also be imbalances where someone's financial status is concerned. Let's see what's crowning the Two of Swords, so decision. trying to decide between two matters, two different people, two situations, what to do. This is what's on one's mind here, and we've got some air. It's a dilemma, obviously. We see the guy with a drum roll here. It's like, I'm needing to make a decision here, even though, I felt like there hasn't been equal giving and receiving. There hasn't been generosity here. I'm sort of left out in the cold, in the dark, about what's going on. We see two people that are very much in their thoughts. He's daydreaming, right? She is blindfolded, so they're both sort of using their mind, their intuition about a certain dilemma, and we see that they've both got their backs to each other. So what is the action and the advice? The Four of Swords. So we go from the 2 to the 4. Four of Swords, stagnation, time out, needing to heal. We've got the 2 and then the 4. And the 3 of Swords, of course, is not there. So, I don't know, this could be a lack of knowledge of someone having felt heartbroken, disappointed, very disappointed. We've got 6 swords all up, which 6 swords means leaving conflict. Maybe also physical travel. What's the possible outcome? We've got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Queen of Wands, magnetic, attractive, powerful, lucky, desirous, desirable. Queen of Wands, creative, can be quite bossy sometimes. Leo comes up for me more strongly, of course. Queen of Wands, she's sort of looking towards the past as well. And we know that Queen of Wands, if this is a Leo, of course, fire signs generally, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, are all about taking action, right? Moving forward. We do have, as I said, the Knight of Cups here, who see, we've got the Sagittarian energy. I don't know if there is maybe more maturity where action is concerned. We've also got a Page of Wands, so an age difference or a maturity difference between the Queen of Wands, someone that's remember, queens are all about knowledge, wisdom, of course. Queen of Wands, let's see what is going on with the planetary alignments, how the divine helps or hinders. We've got the Moon again, so there's a lot to do with deception, lies, unknown matters. We've got the King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Can I have one reading, please, Spirit, without seeing this King of Pentacles, or which shows up in most of my readings? I mean, this is ridiculous. We've got the King of Pentacles and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. Some of you obviously have got a choice between two individuals. Now, you know, if this is the same person, because if we are talking about a Taurus and Scorpio, that's on the same axis. These are the signs where the North and South nodes are transiting. Okay, so some of you could be leaving a water sign if this is a different person. If this is a Scorpio, remember Scorpio is where the South node is. So some of you may be possibly leaving a water sign in the past, and you've got an earth sign, someone that's much more stable, more dependable coming in. Now, if this is the same person, they were showing up as more emotional in the past. The Pentacles give us the possibility of an emotional offer, love connection, partnership, whatever this is, to materialize, to become more practical and more real, more sturdy. I mean, Pentacles, we know earth is grounded, it's real, it's not something you've been imagining, not something you've been hoping for. And we see here, look at the connection here. I mean, King of Cups with a moon, King of Pentacles with a moon. Let's take another card. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we've got the 10 of Wands. We see the seeds that have been planted. 10 of Wands we know is the ending cycle of a heavy burden. But these seeds have been planted from the past. And I'm going to say also that even though and we know that the North Node being in Taurus, obviously it does connect, it does affect all the earth signs, right? Because all the earth signs are connected through trines, through positive angles. So if these are eclipse energies, we know that the eclipse, we're having a new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, which obviously is in good aspect to all the earth signs. So depending on what kind of an earth sign is showing up for you, King of Pentacles, he's a boss, he's a leader, he's the CEO, he's the manager, he is a father, he's very business orientated, very good with his money. And we've got a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So, if this is the same person, they could be shedding past karma relating to the past. And we could even look back to the last time the nodes were in the same position, which would have been roughly 2003, my dear friends, which... I mean, this could be the ending of, let's say, practically 19-year cycle and the beginning of a brand new cycle for some of you. But we see also that this King of Pentacles, he's turned his back on heaviness. He's turned his back, even though he's in between the scissors and a rock, let's say. I mean, he's looking at the moon, and the moon energies we know can bring up those fears, right? The trauma, maybe subconscious trauma relating to a mother or something to do with their childhood, facing maybe fears, facing his fears, looking towards the past. Maybe also leaving a heavy cycle pertaining to a chapter in their life. I mean, the moon, remember, it speaks to someone's home, their emotional, their financial stability as well. But even though there's a whirlwind going on in his life, and he's sort of turned his back to it, but and he could also be feeling as though, because we've got like tornado energies here with so much, difficult weather. Even though he's closing something, he feels troubles coming up from behind him, but these troubles also speak to some seeds that have been planted, and we've got a portal that opens. So I don't know if these seeds are something that he started in the past, which he's completing now. So with completions, obviously there's new beginnings. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, which does speak to a point of success, whatever it is that we're creating or what we've been waiting on. This is the initial success, of course. And it looks here that someone's waiting on the ability to be able to travel Could see that he's been waiting at the dock, waiting for the boat to come and pick him up, to take him from A to B. Wow, everyone. Wow. Okay, so Taurus, Libra. This is Venus, the Empress, 2 3s here. Venus, very creative. Yes, the Queen of Wands could be the same person. They're both very creative queens. Or, again, it could be 2 different people, of course. I did speak of the divine feminine being a little bit more mature than the divine masculine, and here we've got a King of Pentacles and an Empress again, which she trumps the divine masculine. The Empress, someone very patient, very loving. She is Mother Gaia. She gives the fruits, right? She's all about abundance, collecting the wheat. Venus is coming up to Saturn. Remember, this can potentially speak of a new cycle beginning, pertaining to something that one has been working very hard on and going through the challenges, because Venus, my dear friends, the planet Venus, has gone through great hardships the past 6 months. She's been torn and tattered. Right, she's retrograded in the sign of Saturn in Capricorn. She started a brand new cycle. She's needed to face the music, but the potential and the new beginning that she's started, and it's as though now, as she meets the ruling planet of Capricorn, where she retrograded, she meets up with that Saturnian. Saturn is the Lord of karma, timing. It's blockages, but it's also rewards. It's long-term rewards, because she's been tested by Saturn as she was retrograding through Capricorn. Then she's transiting through, again, Aquarius, where she's become a little bit detached, seeing things, seeing how she can make those changes and detach from anything that was really tough for her, anything that kept her blocked, or anything that kept her stunted, her growth stunted. She wasn't able to, the seed that she's obviously planting, remember she's a pregnant woman, right? So she needs to be patient. And of course, a birthing process is never easy. So remember, she's been in a bad situation for about 6 months, and I usually see the Empress as a 3-month pregnant woman who 3 months plus 6 is when she gives birth. The Empress again could be another person, could be a mother figure. The Empress and the King of Pentacles, really good match. Really, really good match, I'm going to say. They like the same things, right? They love prosperity. They love everything that is beautiful. And we've got the 3 of Cups here, but we've got a couple and not 3 people. The third person is the angel here. 3 of Cups, another 3. 3 3s are 9. The Hermit comes up, the energy of Virgo. Remember, we've had a full moon in Virgo recently, and that speaks to providing a service, but also anything to do with work, purifying our lives, clearing out the closet for where our life was not pure, where a relationship where there was no purity. 3 of Cups, maybe 3 people in a situation, maybe a past reconciliation here. 3 3s. 3s, remember, are all about a completion of a cycle and a point of success, but it's the initial success. 3. So 3 could be the month of March, could speak to 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months for others of you. And we've got the Knight of Swords in the past, which is hard communication, hard truths, learning something, anything to do with legalities as well. And the Two of Pentacles, so things being up in the air. Someone juggling, trying to decide on something. Let's take the Lover's Path Tarot, as we do look into love here as well. Whatever it is that you're creating, I mean, the seeds are going to bear fruit. I mean, the Queen of Wands is magic. And with the astrology, the transiting Jupiter with Neptune can create magic, obviously in Pisces, but Venus is going to come and join the party, my dear friends, on the 28th of April. Coming up to that, there's magic in the air. There really, really is, as Venus is going to be at her strongest point. Goodness me, I was just shuffling as the camera stopped recording. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what's going on. I was talking about Venus, and that she will be at that 28th degree, which is the degree of her exaltation. She's already very happy in Pisces, but she's going to conjoin with Jupiter, Neptune, Jupiter and Venus, one of the most beneficial, one of the best transits of the year, which can bring magic. So let's see what's going on in love. As we know, these readings can be about love. Many times they do tend to head towards matters of love, and I know a lot of you are watching this reading for love. You can always, I mean, the King of Cups is always very creative, as is the fire energy. Okay, it's the earth signs that make things practical and real, and it's the air signs which will give you the truth. It's what you perceive, it's what you communicate, right? And air is, of course, thoughts, perception, and obviously taking action, because air is about action as well. So let's see what's going on in love, dear Spirit, Archangels. What is potentially going on in love? Let's see what's going on. So we've got the Five of Wands here. 3 people were seen in the illustration here, obviously, but it's also conflict to do with the past. We've got Contemplation and the Hermit. So someone's creating in their cave, right? The Hermit, again, I spoke to that full moon. So purifying, maybe having disappeared. You may have been, I don't know, I don't want to use the word blocked, but we see that the Hermit is someone that seeks advice, seeks the light. The light comes from within, it comes from above, from spirit. Contemplation, so there's a lot of thought pertaining to past conflict, other people getting involved here, whatever it is that someone is working on. We do see, in the Five of Wands for me is the energy put in to bring a possible success. The card after that is the Six of Wands. But there's a lot of contemplation and needing to reflect. Okay, with Abelard and Eloise. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You can always Google and see what this is all about. We do see this man creating something. We've also got a violin. Violin does speaks to romance, doesn't it? It's a musical organ, which violin, it can speak to sadness, it can speak to romance as well. And we see that he's working on something. He's actually illustrating a woman holding something like a cup, or I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, someone being very reflective, not being out there, needing to figure things out. This is also someone seeking the wisdom, maybe trying to read between the lines pertaining to conflict of the past, or something that's conflicted them nevertheless. There's that Two of Coins again, which we had in yesterday's reading as well, I remember. In the messenger is here, the royal offer. So Two of Coins, a choice. We've got a couple of twos. We've seen the Two of Coins twice. We saw it there as well. So twos, remember, is either pairing up or separating, right? But we see him holding the Two of Coins, needing to find balance. This is like trying to come into a sense of harmony, right? Maybe also someone trying to balance out their money. We do see that there's been maybe also a stoppage of work because someone needs to reflect, to think. Remember, the Eight of Pentacles, we did say, is Virgo energy as well. Could be this from the full moon in Virgo until the full moon in Libra, which will be on the full moon in Libra will be mid-April, on the 16th of April. So that could be when someone has received their justice or made a decision pertaining to relationships. Could also be someone that's trying to work, someone that's working very hard, possibly, maybe focusing on work because there's been heartbreak where matters of love are concerned, I see. Now in the hidden position, remember the Page of Wands. Pages can be youth, very youthful, but pages are also messengers. So we see here that someone's sent out a message about something that they wanted to explore. Remember, there's an exploration with the Page of Wands. But the Knight of Pentacles is someone that needs to be certain. So we see opposing energies here. So maybe one person is more ready to take the risk to move forward. Whatever this venture is, this relationship, this risk factor. The other person needs more time. Okay? So let's see what we've got after the Two of Coins. And we've got the Hanging Man and Sacrifice. Orpheus and Evridiki. Every dice, you may read it, but in Greek it's Evridiki. And Evridiki, if we break it down in Greek, it means every matter of law, every court case, or a wider sense of justice. And we know the Hanging Man is Pisces, so this could be talking about the things that are going on in Pisces, which Pisces, as I always say, is like an ending of a major cycle where there's been a sense of imprisonment, a form of blockages, karma, needing to deal with karma. Pisces can also speak to a love triangle, a secretive connection, right? So someone imprisoned in another relationship maybe, or another commitment, but someone's needed to see things from a different perspective. The Hanging Man is compassion, it's unconditional love, right? Pisces, it's a form of escapism. Sacrifice, someone ready to make a choice to sacrifice or not. I'm going to take one more card on that. And we've got the Ten of Cups, my dear friends. So this is a big deal. And we see the tree here. It's interesting that we see wild, the ocean is very, very rough here. Just like the tornado. I don't know if this is talking about difficult weather. I mean, we know that Neptune and Jupiter connecting can speak to, you know, Neptune, the god of the seas, and Jupiter is fire. Jupiter expands, right, on the illusion, on the deception of Neptune, but also can possibly, through the laws of nature, the laws of truth, all the laws of attraction, the law of justice, everything, right? Because for me, Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces, it's either, and with Venus, Mars coming up to Saturn, it's either yes or no. There's no in between. Where there's been deception, where there's been a lot of deception, someone's going to put an end to a cycle, to a karmic cycle that was full of lessons in their life. Where there's been a lot of challenges and a lot of difficulties in moving forward, a lot of testing times. That will be the relationship, the partnership, whether it's friends, a friendly relationship, a relationship with a friend or a family member or a co-worker or a partnership or a relationship. And what I notice here also is the tree, my dear friends. And the tree, even in the Lenormand, we know it's Saturn in Capricorn. And the tree does speak to something long-term. It speaks to growth, grounding, getting grounded, past connections, someone's personal growth as well. And it also speaks to a healthy connection. Ten of Cups, bliss, happiness, someone willing to take that journey, to take that risk, to sacrifice because of a very strong understanding that this is a spiritually inclined connection. It's a magical connection. Someone's willing to sacrifice a lot for that, but to also to reap the rewards of this Ten of Cups, someone needs to sacrifice maybe another connection. I just want to take one more card on what is it that this Hermit is contemplating on. So we've got the Princess of Arrows, which is Psyche. Someone's going within and connecting to their psyche, to their soul. Of course, it's a soul connection, soulmate. Obviously, Psyche, as we know in mythology, went through so much hardship to prove her love, to win the heart of Cupid. Now, Psyche, so there's a soul connection, but contemplation with the Hermit, that is Virgo. It does say something becoming practical, someone ready to do the work. They've seen the light. We've got the Hanging Man, and we've got Virgo here. So we've got Pisces and Virgo, and this does relate to the last full moon. Now, the Princess of Arrows is the Page of Swords. So someone is trying to read between the lines. Someone could also be spying on you if they've not connected, they've not been active in communication. They're thinking seriously of sending out a message. but they're preparing. They're preparing to speak truth. Remember that this is the Gemini card as well. So it's got a lot to do with Mercury transiting through Pisces as well, because Mercury is trying to figure things out where there's been a lack of understanding. So coming back to that dream, right? That dream with the tide going out, and at the bottom of the sea there's, if not, I mean, aloe vera is like it's a clear color, right? Well, it's very similar to this egg here. So it could speak to gems or something that's very much of value. As the tides change, so do our emotions. They fluctuate, right? And at the bottom of the sea, right, is usually where we leave everything and then we come up for water, right? We come up, for air. So air does speak to communication. So someone's been, I'm going to say, also drowning in sorrow, drowning in their emotions. I'm going to say also because of a lot of fears, or maybe something that a very important decision that does relate to their past, to their home, to their emotional and psychological also health. For some of you, because the Hermit could also speak to a doctor. I feel that there's a strong sense of healing energies with Jupiter on Neptune, and as Venus will also come in and start a new cycle, right? In Pisces, this is magical. Now, Venus takes 1.5 years roughly to do the whole horoscope. So she's starting off a magical cycle. So it could be the beginning, or that seed that's planted now, which in 1.5 years will be that magic that you've been hoping for some of you. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the 9 of Wands. So yes, someone has sort of, 9 of Wands is someone that's been through a lot, and 9s are endings. We've got the 10 of Wands, which opens the portal, a door here. And again, I'm going to say, I notice very much those roots, those very deep roots. Okay, beneath that is the Ace of Wands, which do add up to the 10 of Wands, which is right here. Beneath that is Pluto and Persephone. And of course, Pluto and Persephone, we know the mythology behind that. She was taken into the dungeon and made the queen. She was crowned the queen of the underworld. And it does speak to death. So Scorpio is very, very important here. So it's also a change of season. So when Persephone would come up, Gaia she would start to manifest or start to work on the land and produce. So there's been, like, I'm going to say maybe 6 months, which is Venus's retrograde, right? Venus's difficulty and her retrograde season. So it's like she's coming up for air, or she's found some jewels or some gems as she was at the bottom of the sea, and they're going to be revealed. Those jewels and those gems, that abundance, that a sense of healing, the ability to heal, is going to be priceless, I feel. Because remember, Pluto is, it does speak to riches. So she was crowned the queen of the underworld, but she was very much within riches. She had everything that she needed. And we know, again, Scorpio does speak to abundance. It also speaks to fears. It speaks to money coming from a partner, big amounts of money. And if it's not from a partner, it's from an inheritance. I mean, with Pluto here, maybe someone's had a physical loss of a family member as well. It can be a physical loss, it can be an emotional loss as well. So Scorpio, Pluto, Pluto of course speaks to Scorpio, is a secretive connection as well. Secretive, karmic, very sexual. So there's a lot of depth. And we do see wands also speak to a lot of fire, desire, the ability to create. And here is the Ace of Wands, which is the beginning, right? It's another seed. It's very sexual as well. And we've got a crown here, which the crown does speak to success. It speaks to riches as well. It speaks to someone who is quite royal as well. So, well, I don't know. Let's take some Lenormand. So, dear Spirit, what is going on? What's going on? Let's take a few cards here. And the card opened up and I saw it. It's the Ace and it's the Traveler, the messenger that comes through. So someone is taking action. We've got the two Knights here, which is in the hidden position. So this promises a new beginning. Someone's coming in with a lot of news. This is a new cycle that begins. This is happening very soon. Speedy messages. And it's Mercury in Gemini. So someone's maybe made a decision, chosen between two options, two people. And I do feel as Mercury is going to ingress, I think it's the 27th of March, which is just around the corner. When Mercury enters Aries, Aries is someone who's got the guts, the courage to plant that seed, to go on that journey, right? Just like the Fool's journey. This could be a physical journey. We've got the clouds here. Someone's started already to take action, but it's unknown because of the clouds there. Even though they don't have all the understanding, maybe they're using their perception or their intuition, and the messages or the messenger, whoever is taking action, because we know the rider is all about taking action. They will clear the air pertaining to any deception or misunderstandings. And the Traveler is coming. The Horseman, he's behind the Divine Feminine. So she obviously doesn't know that someone's on their way. And this could be a physical journey, as I said as well. Looks like the messages are going to catch her by surprise. We've got the Tower here, so the messages will probably pertain to any blockages or Saturnian matters. I mean, the Tower is delays. Maybe these messages should have come sooner, but they've been delayed. Now, the Tower can speak to authorities. It can speak to the messages pertaining to someone's solitude or blockages or isolation because of a lack of clarity or understanding. The Tower can also speak to ego. So I don't know if you've been dealing with someone who's got a lot of ego. We've got Leo, Taurus here. Scorpio, fixed signs can have a little bit of ego. Now, of course, we've all got that shadow side to us. So I'm not knocking those fixed signs. For me, all signs are equal. So that blockage, wow, the snake. I think that someone's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Their life has been transforming. Now, the snake can speak to a third person or a very strong sexual craving or connection. It's right on the Divine Feminine. So maybe it's the Divine Feminine that's been going through a lot of fears, a lot of transformational energies, right? Remember, the snake is also the forbidden. And again, we see the tree. That's really interesting. So, I mean, the snake also speaks to wisdom. So there will be a lot of wisdom after blockages. Of course, it can speak to deception. So having had some sort of deception about maybe what's really going on, it could be that this divine feminine her life has been going through transformation. Now the blockages here with the tower, the blockages with the tower can also speak to someone needing to do a lot of business pertaining to an enemy or hello Eros, did you want to join us here? Again, it's got to do with dealing with karma, letting go of anything that was dark, hidden, karmic, also letting go of the animosity. Here we've got Saturn and we've got Pluto. This could also point back to the beginning of 2020, maybe where there was deception. Maybe someone's coming through with the truth pertaining to the beginning of 2020. What was going on there? Someone may also have had obligations towards another person who was an enemy to this divine feminine. All the news that's coming through has got to do with someone dealing with hardships because of a very very dark feminine figure, very deceitful, very much of a liar. Wow. Wow, we've got the ring. For me, I feel that there's a cycle that is ending. Why? Because the snake, we know, sheds its skin a layer at a time. Even though there's blockages here, we've got Saturn and Pluto, which are both very difficult when they come together. Remember, we had them coming together at the beginning of 2020, and Jupiter was there who amplified everything, and we had the beginning of the pandemic, which has changed everyone's life, right? The tower, remember, is not the same as the tower in the tarot. It's very different. Okay, because the tower speaks to maybe also a building, a business, or some form of heaviness or duties, someone's workplace, or for me it also can speak to a maybe also possibly to a marriage, because the red tape, as I say, anything that is official is the tower. So an official could be an official separation. This could be an official ending to a cycle as well. And I don't know if it's the a divine masculine that's coming through with the news for themselves, or these are just, this is like a new beginning to maybe this divine feminine having come out of a dark moment in her life as well. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the fox. So it does speak to sneakiness, intelligence, a lack of trust. And we've got the bouquet here. Someone's coming in a very intelligent way. The snake speaks to wisdom as well, and so does the fox. So someone being very intelligent. Look, the fox to me is someone that's sneaky, someone having made an offer in the past, was not totally truthful. Maybe they were in another connection, or this speaks to a way of overcoming any obstacles, clearing the air, and a possible offer here with the ring. Because we've got heart matters here, right? So this is the love card. Where there's true love, there will be an offer. And it may come when you least expect it with the fox. Right? Because as I said, the rider is behind this divine feminine. Yeah, someone's made a choice with a path here. So I want to take a few more cards. King of Cups. Let me just restart my camera for a moment. King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. Remember we had the Empress. They would be the same people for me. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and we've got a King of Cups here. That's really interesting. There's a lot of people here, a lot of people, which is adding to the mystery. Queen of Pentacles is someone that wants something long term, right? She's usually a mother for some of you. Maybe she was dealing with someone that was imbalanced pertaining to their emotions. She knew what she wanted, and she was probably also wanting something that was real. And we've got the King of Pentacles here. So let's see what's going on in the hidden. The Hanging Man. So it's taken time for this offer to come through. Someone needed to see things from a different perspective or close a major karmic cycle in their life. Close up also a cycle of a love triangle, I'm going to say. Because you know Pisces is, it's the house of love affairs. But also a sense of imprisonment and a bittersweet emotions, where you can have highs and lows, just like the dream. Highs and lows, be at the happiest moment in your life and then at the worst, the saddest times of your life. There's the Lovers. Incredible. So we've got Pisces and Gemini. Mutable energies. So I'm going to say nothing is yet set in stone, and that someone needed to see things from a different perspective. And needed to make a choice, right? The Lovers, a difficult choice. But this is a blessed union. Let's look at the past. Four of Cups, and at this point, the cup is being offered from an angel. This is someone maybe thinking about offers or mischances pertaining to the past, or maybe also reminiscing about the past and hoping for a possibility for a new beginning. He is focusing right on that Ace of Cups, right? And the Three of Cups is still standing there. So maybe reminiscing for me, wanting a restart, a brand new beginning. Maybe. Fours always speak to someone's emotional security. It can be connected to their home. Let's look at that Five of Pentacles in the now. We've got the Chariot, so there's the possibility to move forward, to overcome obstacles. Someone could also be thinking or preparing for a house move. The Chariot is Cancer, so it's not scattered energy, it's the ability to move forward. So someone's decided to move forward, right? They're following their stars, they're following hope. Hope is the last thing to die, always, we say in Greek. Η ελπίδα πάντα τελειώνει τελευταία, which says η ελπίδα πεθαίνει τελευταία. So it's the last thing to die, as in Pandora's box, right, is hope. So someone hasn't given up. They haven't lost hope, even though they don't have all the clarity. And this could also speak to the time of the new moon in Cancer. So we're looking at 29th of June, roughly, for some of you. The Six of Pentacles, the decision has been made. There's equal giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles also speaks to me many times of a divorce proceeding, someone needing to pay money out. There's generosity, there's equality here. There's two cards of balance, but it's on the Two of Swords, which was a dilemma that someone would have to also pay money out, which the King of Pentacles, he's got the ability to, but money is very important to both the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe now someone is ready to give back what they received. So this is like a karmic payback, as I see the Six of Pentacles. The action and advice. Yeah, someone's getting single here. Nine of Pentacles. They know their worth. There's a lot of pentacles here. There's a lot of abundance, possibly a lot of abundance. It's a lot to do with the practicalities if this is a romantic connection, right? The Nine of Pentacles, a Virgo energy. Virgo is purity, service, working hard, putting double effort in. We can also see that she's on the inside looking out. So it's as though she's been like the Hermit as well. And it looks like she's sort of fantasizing or dreaming about her freedom from pain, or that someone will value her, someone that hasn't been showing much action. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. Did I say Four of Pentacles? Four of Wands. So someone being free to be able to pursue another long-term connection. This is like someone being very happy, someone going to a new home. They could be celebrating with family and friends. We do actually see the couple here. And we've got the grapes, which is the Virgo season, my dear friends. So the end of summer. This is very promising for the end of summer. Could be in the time of September for some of you. End of summer, obviously, in the southern hemisphere would be now. Maybe also recently. Maybe you've gone through this already. Let's see what the potential outcome is. Because we know the Queen of Wands, she can create magic. She's very powerful. Let's see. Yep, she's seeking her justice. And this could also be, if, as I said, the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, very similar. So the Queen of Wands could also be someone that's single now, coming out of a marriage as well, I'm going to say. If this was a past partner, maybe from your king, there is a possibility. Or if she's just the same person again, she's creating the magic in her own life. She's seeking her justice. So again, I did speak to that full moon in Libra for some of you. Someone going through divorce settlements in the time of Libra. I spoke to the end of summer, so September. Yep. September and October, obviously. Let's see. October, just before the Scorpio season, we did have some Scorpio energies here. Let's see what that moon is about. We've got the Hermit, so someone is seeking guidance. We've got Virgo and water here again. So it's got a lot to do with this full moon that we've had in Virgo. And obviously a full moon is sun opposite the moon. The moon was in Virgo, the sun was transiting through Pisces. Someone's seen the light. We know that the Hermit is wisdom. Someone that's, they've gone within, they've seen the light. So anything that was missing, they've overcome any fears. They don't fear anything anymore. Someone's been healed. Virgo is all about healing. And the fire speaks to that desire from within, but it also speaks to light. And light does speak to wisdom, right? And we've got Strength card and the Ace of Wands ready for takeoff. So you could be dealing with someone that's got strong Leo in their chart as well. Now, of course, we've got Virgo, Leo, so some of you could be a Virgo or a Leo, Leo-Virgo cusper, and we've got the new beginning here. The door opens to a brand new beginning, which we also saw here, my dear friends. That Ace of Wands right here. After a transformation, remember, we had the Death card. So the light comes on. You get to see everything. It's a very powerful new beginning. The Strength card says that I'm trusting in my abilities. I've held myself back for too long. I've seen the light now, says this King of Pentacles. And I'm going to take charge. I know my abilities. And I'm very, very passionate about this. Right? Maybe also breaking this cycle, the infinity cycle. And also the ring speaks to someone having tried very hard a few times to make this work. I'd like to take one more card on that Justice card. And we've got the King of Swords. So yes, there is going to be fairness. There's going to be justice. It's going to be a ruling that will be very clear cut. I mean, the King of Swords does speak to a lot of communication. And this is my Aquarius card, so it's interesting here. We've got King of Swords, all about the truth, Aquarius energy, pertaining to, again, also Uranus and Saturn, that square going on in the astrology, right? Which has been very challenging throughout the year of 2021, and it's still going to show up towards the end of the year. So, look, it's a clear cut, even though it's a double-edged sword that this King of Swords holds. It does speak to a lot of truth, and again, we've got someone that's very intelligent. This is a very good lawyer for some of you. This is someone who's got an ingenious mind, very intelligent, very fair as well. And I'm going to say some of you, a few of you could also be leaving an air sign behind, going through divorce. And welcome, my dear Eros. Don't be shy. Come on. We've got another 3, my dear friends. 3 of Pentacles, which shows that someone receives their certificate. Again, it's all about success. Someone having Eros. He was right on my table here, and he didn't want to interrupt me. What a gentleman you are. 3 of Pentacles. So someone succeeds in getting their divorce papers, having the recognition of their hard work. Whatever it is, I mean, this could also speak to a partnership and a business, right? Where the action and advice says that there will be a lot of abundance after some time of nothing going on, nothing happening, right? And we know that financially it's been very hard for many people as well, and it will continue to be for a few months to go after all that's been going on in the world. Let's see, with that 3 of Wands, the general energy, dear Spirit. General energy. We've got a lot of 3s, dear friends, and 3s we know is an initial success, right? And we've got materialism. So being stuck, as I said, karma. This is limitations, fears. Stuck in a love triangle. The 3 of Wands, right? Working really hard at something. Being stuck. But we've also got in the background, as you could see, there's a rainbow. And that promises the rewards from Saturn. So someone feels as though they've gone through such a tough time, right? Being stuck, not being able to move forward, at the mercy of karma, at the mercy of chronos, which is karma and timing, being stuck, working really hard. This does, even though it speaks to limitations, restrictions, and blockages, it can speak to the rewards, which I spoke to you about before. So we've got the Eight of Wands, where the stuck energies sort of open up with that Eight of Wands. And you know that, of course, the devil can speak to restrictions through the governments, through world leaders, through the mandates. So the restrictions maybe also were to being able to cover physical distance. This is flight travel, and we've got someone here traveling by horse, by car. So the distance between you, whether it's emotional, some of you it will be physical, will be different. Okay, so things pick up, so many messages, so much passion, so much desire coming out of nowhere. And remember that eights are the infinity symbol, so coming back, revisiting something, and things now changing, starting to break loose, right? This is also someone's restrictions and obligations where they could not move, they were stuck. Because of a business, because of, I mean, that's what Saturn is, right? Saturn is, it's career, it's obligations, it's someone having needed to mature, working with their shadow side, overcoming their fears. And this also speaks to a very strong sexual connection, a very strong driving force. 8 and 3 is 12, which is stuck energies, or having closed up any restricting energies of closing up that cycle and beginning anew. So I would like to take my signs and symbols right now and see what are the messages here. Before I take those, I'd like to take one more card on the moon. So the Karma Dharma. And I do notice a path here. A path is opening up. Yep. Brand new home. This does speak to Cancerian energies, cardinal water. So emotionally, someone's ready to take action. Maybe also move house. They're driven by that star. So their driving force is hope. And of course the star is Aquarius. So of course Aquarius is the star. It's social media. It's communication. This is a change of home, no doubt. Where there's been a lot of secrecy, deception in a home, someone is packing up and moving on. Let's see what we need to know. So we've got the scales here. Someone is going through divorce. This is justice. We've got Uranus, which is a shocking revelation. It's a tower moment. And just to let you know that we've got Libra here, obviously, and a Uranus. So Uranus rules Aquarius, Libra, both air signs, right? So air is communication, it's perception. Uranus is transiting through Taurus, though, so where there's stuck energies pertaining to North Node, matters of North Node, so needing, even though we're getting uncomfortable, we're getting unstuck, right, with that, with Uranus. So maybe also coming up with an ingenious idea, or someone is taking action. Remember, Uranus is intelligence. It's that, having that bird's eye view. And we've got, and with this was the card that I took the other day as well on the messenger is here, which shows again, it shows, first of all, we've got Uranus and Neptune here. So very spiritual connection, very strong spiritually inclined connection, which is going to bring things upside down where there's been secrecy. There's going to be now intelligence, awareness, which is bringing lots of changes. It's bringing someone's life upside down, right, to make the changes that are necessary here. But wherever they're heading to is somewhere that will give them a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance. There's security where they're heading to. And we've also got the sun which speaks to Leo energies. The sun speaks to a lot of happiness, right? Even though it will be very difficult, justice will prove that there will be balance, and the changes that need to happen are there because they're meant to be there. And remember that Taurus is also my money. So Uranus transiting Taurus, maybe there's been a lot of fluctuations pertaining to someone's money. This could also be a windfall of money, which is justice, what justice gives back to you. Yeah, there is the thunder and lightning, right? There's news, there's a tower moment that someone's taking a plane or they're coming towards you. This is the end of challenges and a possible new beginning. And Scorpio, this is the death card. Scorpio and Earth. So Scorpio and Earth, this is Taurus obviously in this case, which is saying it's all about fated events. And Scorpio, of course, the end of the transformation, which will have you grounded and much more stable. And we've got a divine feminine, which is on the darker side. It could be a younger or an older, more mature divine feminine. Let's see what she's up to. She's not good news, I'm going to say, for many of you. Or she's going to hear something that she's not going to like. And it's got something to do with a crown. Someone who is a king, someone who is royal, someone who's got a strong ego, or they hold a strong position. This could be also what will be heard off the grapevine. I don't know if it's this Queen of Wands that was partnered up with this King of Pentacles, and the news that will be heard is not good news. And there's Leo as well, so we've got strong Leo energies pertaining to this king. And I do see the crown on the King of Pentacles. You could see the image here. Can you see the image? Very similar to this king, whereas this king has got a very different crown. So that could be some information for some of you. Okay, all right, so I think I will now I'm going to take 3 Sibilas, my dear friends. I will take some of my handwritten love messages, so stick around. I want to look at the outcome. So we've got the sacerdote. Someone was holding on to secrets pertaining to a marriage. It's also a 13, which it's Taurus, Scorpio for me, because we've got the priest, which is the Hierophant, right? So the Ace of Wands, which is an offer. This is a spiritual union, my dear friends. Now I'm going to say also that possibly, it's the Ace of Wands, right? Possibly this can speak to a spiritual union, but it can also speak to a commitment or a, what is it called? It's like a marriage that someone hid because maybe it was connected to business as well. A beneficial marriage for some of you, or this is something maybe that you don't know that's coming in as an outcome, that someone's left a marriage, maybe one that was very secretive, or there was a lot of secrets pertaining to a marriage or a contract. We've got the 13, which is Scorpio, so there were a lot of hidden secrets pertaining to it. And there's news coming from a messenger from far away. So this is a potential new contract. The ring is here and so is here. I just want to have a look here at this. I want to look at the Queen of Pentacles, which is at the foundation with the King of Cups. We've got the Ace of Cups here, so pleasant conversations. We've got the Butterfly, which speaks to a sexual connotation, but also a heavy burden being left behind. Someone was free to... someone felt very lightweight and very like their life went through a transformation because of a love connection. And there is the Gran Signore, which is very similar to the King of Cups and to the King of Pentacles to me. And it's a 13, which also speaks to Scorpio. I'm going to say that this was, if this is the same person, yes, this is someone who is very much like a king, as you could see. Someone maybe who's very generous, someone who's quite royal, maybe someone that was very generous with their heart. Then this may also be, if this is, I mean, if you're dealing with two different people, then the Gran Signore would be the new connection. But for most of you, I do feel that it's the same person. So the Gran Signore, very sexually inclined, but also, I mean, this was the beginning of something very important. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. The Pensiero, so he's like the Hermit, is thinking of something very important, very similar to the Hermit, thinking about contracts, divorce, writing a note. We've got the Superbia, so someone who has got a little bit of vanity, someone who has got a lot of riches. And the Falsita, you know, I imagine the Falsita before here. And the Falsita is falsehood. Someone may be putting up a wall, sort of being false pertaining to their true emotions or their true financial standing, or hiding behind their emotional, hiding their emotions behind a very strong persona. But that was not true. That was not true. Let's take one more. And we've got the Dottore, 13 again, so there's healing. Healing the arrogance through getting humbled, this King of Pentacles, no doubt. With that Hermit, for sure. For sure. Or this King of Pentacles was in another connection, another partnership, and dealing with a very false, very deceptive other partner, which now they got rid of. I mean, this is number 13, it's Scorpio. And the Doctor, they're healing from that. Healing from someone very deceptive, maybe going through divorce, needing to make a choice to open up their heart. We've got the Four of Pentacles here, someone holding back on their emotions, on their truth pertaining to difficulties of from another connection, or any one that deceived them pertaining to maybe also money. Lastly, in the hidden position, which we've got the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Hanging Man, Lovers, and the Page of Wands. What is this? Head over heart decision pertaining to love, finances, risk-taking, taking a journey and offering, making an offering here. What's that about? So there's Two of Pentacles, someone deciding to send a message. This is the Ace of Pentacles, so something that you don't know about what was going on behind closed doors. So it does have that sexual connotation as well, or just something that you did not know about. More than likely an earth sign ready to make a decision to move forward for something long-term, a new venture, new something very long-term. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, so there's maturation, right? There was decisions. And we've got the domestic, or I think that they could be also worried either about a partner that they have, or there's some form of distrust here with a domestical. Some form of distrust. Maybe if they were deceived in the past, they're hoping that they will not be deceived again, or maybe the news that comes in, you will not believe, you will have trouble believing. Let's take one more on that. And we've got the Two of Cups and the Casa, the home. So yes, maybe someone having dealt with someone who stepped out of a relationship, someone who was deceiving, just like that cat. This could be someone maybe also serving someone with divorce papers. The Casa is the Two of Hearts. It's the Two of Cups. Just restarted my camera. So the Two of Cups and the Casa. This could speak to a home, a business, an agreement, a consolation, coming into an agreement, of course, getting something, getting very stable in something. There is an agreement here, and this is also the constitution of marriage. It could be, of course, we've got the rings twice. Okay, let's just, I want to take two cards on those, on that ring, just for a bit more information. I know that you guys love that. So we've got the stars here, which the stars are aligning for this offer to come through. The stars, remember, speak to hope, and I did say hope is the last thing to die. And we've got the coffin here. So for those stars to shine through, for the stars to align, for Neptune in Pisces, the stars is Neptune in Pisces. This is the ability to progress to goals and to have your dreams come true. But there's a death that needs to take place as well. And the death is maybe of the ego, maybe of a chapter in your life that was very dark. Remember that the coffin sits right on the snake. Putting something to rest, ending a cycle that you've gone through over and over again, right? And I did say that someone maybe dealt with a physical death as well recently. One more on that. And we've got the birds. The birds do speak to anxiety, stress, other people. It can speak to putting an end to any gossip as well, or putting an end to needing to seek information without having true information. I mean, the birds do speak to communication, don't they? But also putting an end to the hold-up, which 12 is the Hanging Man. Okay, let's take some love messages. My God, there are so many messages here. Uranus Tower moment, justice, abundance, the ending of hardship or a major shift, or the changes, or this major shift, or shocking revelations that come through, ending maybe a very difficult, remember the thunder and lightning reminds me of Uranus, an electrical storm. I don't know if you receive message when there's freaky weather, but this is like putting an end to the challenges. someone is becoming aware of something that is needing to end, the ending of difficulties. They've received a lot of knowledge, or this was a difficult lesson, and the transformation again ends. We've got Scorpio here and Pluto here with the coffin. So let's put these away. Let's take some handwritten love messages. And no, I have not forgotten to get you your personalized messages, those that have written beneath that Twin Flame Soulmate reading. You will get your messages. Give me a day or two. You can keep commenting on that. And I don't know, probably not this Wednesday coming, but the Wednesday after, we may repeat that again, my dear friends, as I know a lot of you enjoy that. I'd like to hear some ideas as well. If there's other cards you're wanting me to pull, and as a reading is premiering, maybe. I'd like to hear your ideas. Let's see, what are the thoughts, the perceptions, and the words? I see pain, sorrow, and sorrow in your eyes. Please trust that I won't ever hurt you. That's the Four of Pentacles. So someone obviously holding back, eh? It's done. They cheated. Door closed. Feeling blue. My goodness. And we've got the Joker, which is like the Uranus, right? I hate you. Now, it did come out in the reverse, but obviously hate with endings. With cheating, it's quite obvious. So someone's maybe they broke the trust of someone. Love and hate are very close together, remember. Wow, okay, so we've got a Queen of Clubs here. This would be more than likely the Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Queen of Wands. We had both. Very motherly, very creative as well, very passionate. Let's elope. Ace of Hearts. Let's try again. I love you. Why does someone need to elope? Let's elope maybe can mean let's go on a getaway and let's try again. I love you. So a possible new beginning here. I've made space for you in my life. Yes, someone is single so that they can make space in someone's life for the other person. So obviously, and we've got a difference in age. We've got the Divine Masculine that's more immature, Divine Feminine that is more mature. I did speak about that before, and we had a couple of pages. We had the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands here. Okay, Jacks could be messengers. Would more than likely be a messenger, right? It could be someone that's quite youthful as well. Could also be a mother and a son. A mother and her son. We've come a long way. Let's not give up now. We've invested a lot. Don't give up. And I am drawn to this, just very similar to the Page of Wands that's here. So someone's ready to take that action, ready to go on that journey. Okay, and it's also someone's ready to send that message of desire, passion, and obviously they've been studying this for a while. This could also be someone who's gone through a difficult learning situation. Anyway, my dear friends, I think I will leave it there. 5, 6, and 9 6 and 9 is 15. My God, 15 is Saturn and it's the devil. Okay. Anyway, I think I will leave it there. Remember, I said Venus is on Saturn. Not exactly yet, but will be very soon. And Mars will follow. So it's a bit of a challenge. Mars on Saturn can be very cutting, very difficult. So do take care. Next 10 days moving forward, do not speed. Do not fight. Do not challenge. Like, don't go like the ram. Don't fall on a closed door. Don't bang your head against a wall. Do not, try and be intelligent and find a way around those blockages of Saturn, because Mars is here, Venus is here, Saturn is here, right? So Venus is coming up to Saturn, and then Mars will come up to Saturn. Soon as they pass that, so I'm going to say up until roughly the 6th of April, take care, okay, my dear friends. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. I'm wishing you lots of love, lots of light. We've got lots of cycles that are ending, new cycles beginning, lots of 10s, right? Lots of 3s, so many messages. You'll have to listen and re-listen. And I want to thank you so much for sharing, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, and especially to those of you that are unsubscribing and resubscribing and making sure you've pressed on that notification bell. Why? Because many of you are not receiving the notification that I have uploaded a reading. Okay, my dear friends, that's what happens with YouTube. It's just one of those things that we need to overcome. Love and light to all of you. I will talk to you soon. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy your day, whatever day it is that you're watching this. Much love. Ta-da.